It's easy to forget what this is all about. A game, a moment, a reason to show up. We joke, we chirp, we roast each other for missed sitters and terrible passes. But behind the banter, there's something that matters. This is time we don't get back. And one day, without warning, it ends. None of us are chasing contracts, we're chasing memories. And the truth is, we don't know how many nights like this we've got left. So, enjoy it. The sweat, the laughs, the dumb nicknames. Forgive quickly, pass often, take the photo, stay after the game, because the final whistle comes for everyone. Make sure it meant something while it lasted.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Field 3, where the grass is dry, the tempers are hot, and revenge is on the Wanderers' mind. It's the Durham Wanderers versus Oshawa Azzurri, two sides with more pride than a party on Church Street. And tonight they're fighting for far more than just 3 points. I'm Oliver Grant, joined by the sharpest mind in tactics, Kendra Lawson, and a man whose wardrobe costs more than my car, the Irish rover himself, Connor Walsh.
You better believe it, Ollie. This one's got history, drama, tension, and probably a few studs up. The Azzurri faithful are already cooking lamb chops in the parking lot, and the Wanderers, well, they're cooking up revenge.
They must. That indoor semi-final loss still stings. And with how tight the standings are, this isn't just a rivalry. This is a must-win if they want to jump back into contention.
Let's not forget the pitch itself with Field 3 damaged from a truck joyride a couple of weeks ago. The field still has tire tracks and might actually qualify as a gravel road in some countries.
I haven't seen something this dry and beat up since I last slept with my ex. It's bumpier than an Indian Airlines flight after takeoff. Expect some wild bounces and maybe a rolled ankle or two.
If Durham wants to walk away with 3 points, they need to do 3 things. 1. Keep composure in the midfield and don't let Azzurri dictate pace. 2. Convert their chances as 28 shots last week and only 1 goal. It's simply not good enough. And 3. Protect the back line, especially with Aldo questionable. And Darlington and Hanau out. That's a big gap and tough shoes to fill.
Speaking of absences, here's who won't be suiting up for Durham tonight. Marcus Joseph, Mike Majorano, Jordan Sutherland, Daniel Hanau, and Blair Darlington, who's not just injured. He's also banned from DJing after Coach Iannari told him, quote, "This ain't LCU and you're not David Guetta, so pack it up."
Yeah, his hamstring's cooked, and now his DJ dream is dead. Since Iannari shut that down, he's still stuck on recycling duty. The good news is he's earned $15 so far, and rumour has it they're pooling it to buy out Santos' contract. At this rate, they'll have him shipped back to Whitby C Division by August, if they can come up with 15 more bucks.
Let's go back to the last match, guys, which was a tale of missed chances, with Durham drawing 1-1 with the Gunners last week. Renda gave up a soft goal on a bad pass, but also made several game-saving stops. Without him last week, it could have been much worse. Tonight, they'll need him more than ever.
And let's address the elephant in the locker room, finishing. Joel, Santos, Jemuel, Cowell, and Yanni couldn't hit water if they fell out of a boat in the middle of the goddamn ocean. Hell, even Bonnie Blue wouldn't have been able to help these guys finish. That's how limp and pathetic it was.
Fortunately, Cowell finally bailed them out late with a 6-yard tap-in set up by a silky run from Marcellus Paul. And let's be honest, Cowell was under fire more than a cheap barbecue last week and delivered when it mattered most. But the finishing woes are real. And now we are hearing Joel wants to play as a false 9. That's like Doug Ford promising to fix the traffic by building an underground highway. Seems great on paper, but it's just going to make the jam even worse.
And now it's time for the Coors Light Man of the match. Last week's award goes to Jemuel Paul, who covered more ground than anyone else out there and practically wrung out a liter of sweat out of his jersey at the final whistle. Unfortunately, he did miss a clear breakaway chance, blaming a sweat-filled shirt and a lack of fitness. He could be heard stating that he hadn't played a full 90 minutes in years. Maybe that's why he missed the net by 20 yards from only 5 yards out.
And leading our top story tonight, hide your daughters, your wives, and maybe even your grandmothers. Playgirl's golden boy Trevor Hill is back. He's leaner, meaner, and allegedly down to just 6% body fat, though that figure may be lower than his pass completion rate. The ladies are already forming a conga line in the bleachers, and Trevor's out here looking to dominate midfield and maybe someone's DMs after the match.
Now get ready to brace yourselves and maybe double tape those ankles, folks, because Aldo Majorano could be making his long-awaited return tonight. If he steps onto the pitch, Azzurri's front line better start saying their goodbyes. This is the same man who back in 2021 nearly ended Santos's career in a meaningless C Division match, with a slide tackle so brutal it tore his rotator cuff in multiple places and turned him into a human pretzel. Santos was out for over a year, and the fans will be hoping to see that same intensity tonight. When Aldo's in uniform, bones don't just rattle, they file insurance claims. Even the refs start checking their health benefits.
And circling back to last week, Steven Sforza was rock solid at the back. Calm, composed, cleaning up messes like he's paid to do it because, spoiler alert, he's the Wanderers lawyer. So if the ref blows a call tonight, don't be surprised if Steven's over there filing a formal complaint, drafting legal briefs, and maybe even suing for damages. He was this close to man of the match, but got snubbed harder than Wesley Sneijder losing the Ballon d'Or to Messi in 2010. Sforza did everything right except hand out beers at halftime, and should it happen again, expect a hand-delivered subpoena.
Now let's take a look at the standings as of today. Oshawa Azzurri sit at the top with 13 points, just 2 ahead of the Durham Wanderers, who have 11. Hot on their heels, Furbo FC and Oshawa FC are tied for third with 10 points each. Everyone expected Furbo to fade this season, but they've been quietly climbing the table and putting serious pressure on both the Wanderers and Azzurri. That makes tonight's match even more crucial. The Wanderers can't afford to drop points if they want to keep pace with the leaders, but a win tonight, and they're right back in the title race.
And they'll play Azzurri twice in a row. 6 points could kill Azzurri's title hopes and launch the Wanderers back into the driver's seat. Who made this schedule anyway?
Cameras caught Ianari after last week's draw pacing like a man who just realized his phone was still connected to the living room Bluetooth speaker while he was upstairs in the bathroom watching Smut with family over. He was shook, and could you blame him? He's nervous, he's making changes tonight, and honestly, if the finishing woes continue, don't be surprised if he suits himself up. He's Italian, he's got pride, and at this point, he might be the only one who knows how to find the back of the net.
Coming up later, starting 11s in your first look at who's passed Ianari's mysterious lineup test. Will Aldo make the cut tonight? Or will the Wanderers ghost us like Marcus did ditching beer duty at the last minute? Has Cheever changed his diet? Stay tuned.
Okay, folks, it's a bone-dry pitch, fans foaming at the mouth, and 2 clubs led by Italian-fueled managers ready to throw sauce and slide tackles. This isn't just a match, it's a turf war seasoned with extra oregano and a side of vendetta even Vito Corleone would be proud of.
Grab your popcorn and your espresso, everyone, because the Wanderers versus Azzurri is about to pop off harder than the buttons on Cheever's dress shirt when he bends over to tie his shoes.
So don't go anywhere, folks, as kickoff begins at 9 p.m. live and only on Fox Sports. We'll see you later.